I see a lot of people online always saying, why am I sad about him? He barely had any screen time. I completely agree. And this answer is really simple. Neteyam is the most real and relatable character in all of Avatar. Not even in an unauthentic way, but in a way a lot of us grew up. Neteyam is never flashy. He's not the rebellious older brother archetype. Neither is he the screen time hog. He's the epitome of what it means to be a protector and the responsible older brother. That's exactly why he had to die. From the moment we meet Neteyam, his role is already defined as the oldest son, which means he's expected to lead, protect siblings, be strong for them, to obey his parents, not because he wants to, but because that's what's placed on him. Jake doesn't say it outright, but Neteyam knows that he is next to the tribes and possibly the next Toruk Makto. That weight and that pressure is his entire character, because Neteyam is the blueprint for the older sibling curse. He doesn't get to mess up. He doesn't get to explore recklessly. He doesn't get grace. When Loak messes up, it's learn from this. When Neteyam messes up, it's pure and cold disappointment. And you can see it in how he moves. He's much more cautious, alert, always watching other people instead of himself. Because he's Neteyam. And he's the older brother. People mistake Neteyam for being the perfect son, but he's really not. In the movie, he shows signs of getting frustrated, scared, angry. But unlike other characters, he never lets himself explode. Because as the older brother, you have to keep it together. And that's what makes his character feel much more relatable and very real compared to some of the other characters in the cast. Jake loves his son. Jake also wants Neteyam to be seemingly perfect, and that's the problem. Jake expects Neteyam to get it without explanation, to be strong without reassurance, to lead without hesitation. Neteyam doesn't need orders. All he wanted was his father's acknowledgement.
It's okay. I want to go home.
I know. Okay, we're going home.
We're going home.
That's the first time in the entire movie that Neteyam allows himself to be the child. That he allows himself to admit what he feels and how he feels about being away from his people. But it's already too late for him. And that's what hits hard. Neteyam had to die because his death means something. If Loak died, it would only reinforce his recklessness, and there would be no compelling character arc. If Jake died, it just blurred the story way too much. But Neteyam's death is unfair, and that's the point. The responsible one doesn't get rewarded. The careful one doesn't get saved. The protector doesn't get protected. And that's his whole life story. Neteyam represents the kid who grew up too fast, had to be strong too early, put others first and never asked for much. That's why people see themselves in him. And when he dies, it feels much more personal than any other death in perhaps franchise history. As if the universe is reinforcing the message that life will always be unfair. Neteyam wasn't meant to survive the story. He was meant to change it. That's exactly what he did. It's so unforgettable in the hearts of many. Anyways, at the end of my little yap session here, I just wanted to voice some of my opinions. Neteyam is definitely the best character. So yeah,